Reduced ability to learn new skills, whether it involves struggling to pick up a new hobby, failing to progress in language learning, or finding it challenging to acquire work-related competencies, is a signal that the brain's capacity for neuroplasticity, the ability to form and strengthen new neural connections, may be declining. While occasional difficulty mastering a particularly complex task can happen to anyone, a consistent pattern of slower learning or greater mental effort than previously required often reflects strain on the hippocampus, prefrontal cortex, and associated cortical networks responsible for memory encoding, attention, and cognitive flexibility. This decline is not merely a personal inconvenience. It can be an early warning of metabolic stress, reduced synaptic plasticity, or underlying neuroinflammation that, if ignored, may progress into broader cognitive impairment. Persistent difficulty acquiring new skills can reduce confidence, cause frustration, and lead to avoidance behaviors that further limit mental stimulation, creating a self-reinforcing cycle of decline. Biologically, the ability to learn new skills depends on the efficient communication between neurons, supported by adequate energy supply, optimal neurotransmitter function, and healthy synaptic plasticity. Chronic oxidative stress, inflammation, and mitochondrial dysfunction can impair these processes, slowing the formation of new neural circuits. Neurotransmitters such as dopamine, glutamate, and acetylcholine are essential for attention, reward-based learning, and memory formation, and deficiencies or imbalances, often influenced by poor diet, chronic stress, or sleep disruption, can directly hinder the brain's capacity to encode and retain new information. Over time, repeated metabolic strain and insufficient cognitive challenge may reduce synaptic density, weakening the structural foundation required for learning and adaptation. The consequences of impaired skill acquisition extend beyond frustration and missed opportunities. In professional and social contexts, slower learning can lead to reduced confidence, decreased productivity, and a fear of trying new tasks, which limits personal growth and intellectual stimulation. This avoidance deprives the brain of the repeated challenge necessary to strengthen neural networks, effectively accelerating cognitive decline. Emotionally, difficulty learning can increase stress, anxiety, or even mild depressive symptoms, which in turn further interfere with attention, memory, and neuroplasticity. In more severe cases, early deficits in learning new skills may be an early indicator of age-related cognitive disorders, including mild cognitive impairment or dementia. The positive aspect is that reduced learning ability is highly responsive to intervention. Nutrition is one of the most direct and impactful ways to support neural plasticity and cognitive resilience. Nutrient-dense brain foods, such as berries rich in polyphenol, nuts containing vitamin E and healthy fats, fatty fish with omega-3 fatty acids, and leafy greens packed with B vitamins and antioxidants, help protect neurons from oxidative damage, reduce inflammation, and improve synaptic function. These nutrients support the formation of new synapses, enhance neurotransmitter production, and maintain cellular energy levels, all of which are critical for efficient learning and memory formation. Conversely, diets high in refined sugars, trans fats, and processed foods contribute to inflammation, oxidative stress, and impaired neurotransmission, undermining the brain's capacity to learn. Cognitive stimulation and active learning are essential tools for preserving and improving skill acquisition. Regularly challenging the brain with puzzles, strategy games, learning a new language, musical training, or even unfamiliar hobbies strengthens neural networks and enhances cognitive flexibility. Engaging in complex, novel tasks repeatedly allows the brain to form and reinforce new pathways, promoting synaptic plasticity and counteracting age-related decline. Consistent practice, rather than sporadic effort, is critical, as repeated activation of neural circuits consolidates learning and makes new skills more robust and long-lasting. Physical activity plays an important complementary role in learning capacity. Aerobic exercise improves cerebral blood flow, delivering oxygen and nutrients critical for neuronal function and supporting the metabolic demands of learning. Exercise also stimulates the production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, a protein that promotes growth, repair, and strengthening of synapses, which is fundamental for acquiring new skills. Resistance training, coordination exercises, and mindful movement practices like yoga or dance also enhance connectivity between motor and cognitive regions, facilitating learning in tasks that involve both physical and mental components. Sedentary lifestyles, by contrast, reduce neurotrophic support and cerebral perfusion, diminishing the brain's ability to acquire new skills efficiently. Sleep and stress management are equally crucial. Deep and REM sleep cycles consolidate newly acquired information and restore neural energy, while chronic sleep deprivation impairs attention, memory encoding, and overall learning ability. Chronic stress elevates cortisol, which disrupts hippocampal and prefrontal cortex function, interferes with synaptic plasticity, and reduces the brain's responsiveness to new learning stimuli. Techniques such as meditation, mindfulness, deep breathing, and structured relaxation exercises reduce stress, lower cortisol levels, and enhance attention and cognitive flexibility, thereby improving the brain's ability to absorb and retain new information. Behavioral strategies can further strengthen learning capacity. Breaking new tasks into smaller, manageable steps, using repetition and active recall, and applying association or visualization techniques can enhance retention and skill acquisition. Creating an environment that reduces distractions and promotes focused practice ensures that cognitive resources are fully available for learning. Social learning. Interacting with others while acquiring new skills, teaching or discussing concepts, and collaborating on problem solving provides additional reinforcement of neural pathways and encourages both cognitive and emotional engagement. The warning signs of reduced learning ability should never be dismissed as simple laziness, lack of motivation, or normal aging. Persistent difficulty picking up new skills is a signal that neural circuits are under strain, and early intervention is critical to preserve cognitive function, enhance adaptability, and maintain lifelong learning capacity. Addressing underlying metabolic, nutritional, and lifestyle factors provides a proactive path to restore neuroplasticity and confidence. In conclusion, difficulty learning new skills is both a warning and an opportunity. By combining a nutrient-dense diet, regular cognitive challenges, physical activity, adequate sleep, stress management, and structured learning strategies, individuals can protect and enhance the brain's capacity for neuroplasticity. Every new hobby, puzzle, or language lesson is an exercise in strengthening neural circuits, improving adaptability, and maintaining long-term cognitive resilience. With consistent effort, the brain's ability to learn can be preserved and even improved, turning a potential vulnerability into a source of growth, confidence, and mental agility.